Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be sharing my must-have mods for realistic gameplay. So the first place that I want to start off is in Create Sim, because I've made it no secret whatsoever that the one thing I think is missing from The Sims 4 is traits and aspirations, things that truly define your sim instead of just making them feel like the same sim in different clothes. So there's this one mod that makes 100 plus traits in The Sims 4 and it's absolutely amazing. Like, look how many options we have here. There's so many. I'm so excited for this. Like, this is going to be a staple in my game forever from now on. I don't think I could ever play without this, because this makes it feel like The Sims 3. In The Sims 3, everybody felt like their own person. If you made a sim, you could be completely different from the next. We don't have that in The Sims 4, but now we do. So I'm going to get rid of all of these and we're going to have a little look about. Starting with emotional, we have a lot of new ones. We've got museum, padron, not sure how you pronounce that one. Shameless, they'll never get embarrassed. Uncontrolled emotion, survivalist, compassionate, emotional control. There's so many. In hobbies, we've got like connections, business savvy, chopstick savvy, entrepreneurial, handy. I'm pretty sure these are all traits that kind of come with the game. They've just been unlocked by this beautiful mod creator, so we can have them too. And it's like high metabolism, matriarch, morning sim, night owl, muser, speed reader. These do like define your sims as well, so I'm very, very happy about this. Got a cold acclamation, frugal, melt master, which should be in the game because like grilled cheese and The Sims has a long history together. Don't know why they're not in the game, but there you go. And then we've got like alluring, fertile, which I'm excited for because some people, some families just are really fertile and some aren't. So fertile sims have an easy time when trying for a baby, a higher chance of twins or triplets. I absolutely love it. I'm so excited. And the good thing about this one as well is they still have conflicting traits. For example, if I picked evil, I couldn't pick incredibly friendly, and I couldn't pick role model or anything like that because it conflicts with that one. So not only are these traits like in abundance, they also fit in the game and they work well with each other. It's not a mod that kind of flings you out of that realism, because you can't have an evil sim and someone who's the perfect role model unless, you know, you're into kind of weird things and you look up to weird people. But it works, and it truly does make your sims feel more unique. So as well as this, I also do want to include some aspirations. I did include some in my earlier mods video, but I am going to highlight no regrets, which is an aspiration I downloaded today. Aspirations as well. There used to be so many in The Sims 3 and there's really not anymore. There's nothing. There's what, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and that's with mods, and I think 3 of mine are mods, so 12. So there's really not that many, but no regrets. It's basically just people who choose to live in the moment. So I do really recommend these because traits are one thing, but aspirations dictate the way that your sims' lives are going to go rather than just how they respond to actions and objects and people and everything. So aspirations are definitely a very good one. And for kids as well, we also have 8 new traits, which these traits are really thought out. I did do a video on these before, so if you want to see that more in depth, I will link that into the description. So in specific, these traits are like sensitive, tattletale, sweetie, and stuff like this. So again, just 8 more traits for your children, and these ones again are really thought out. But you have also got some children's traits from the 100 plus traits package from the mod that I've just shown. This also correlates to children as well, so children can also have these traits too. So that's pretty much it for traits. There is a lot here, and instead of going through everyone individually, you can kind of see from the overview what they're about. The traits, they're pretty much there. There's not that much to them, but they do really affect your game and make your game feel so much more realistic, because your sims are actually their own person instead of just being the same person again and again and again, which is something I really get sick of with gameplay. So now that Create Sims over, I am going to jump in game and show you some careers that I have for you and some mods that change your day-to-day gameplay. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is I'm just going to show you all of the careers that I have for you today, which is a lot. So I do want to just quickly run through every single one with you. I'm not going to go into too much detail with all of them because you can discover them for yourself, and it's pretty easy to understand what they are without me having to read every single description. But we do have a lot, and again with the traits and aspirations, careers are another thing which I think are really lacking in The Sims 4. So I have a lot for you. So the first one we've got is the airline employee, which obviously is an airline employee. You work in an airport, you can work your way up, you can become a pilot, you can become what do you call them, a stewardess, you can become one of them. We also have some conversions from The Sims 3 to The Sims 4 and The Sims 2 to The Sims 4, so I will point them out as a conversion when we come across them. But the first one is bookstore clerk, which is a conversion from The Sims 3. It is just a part-time job. We also have daycare, so this is not an interactive career. This, you go away to work and work in a daycare centre, but I do also have a playable daycare career as well for you. I just wanted to include both of them because So I don't often like going to work with my Sims every single day. I like a little break from my Sims when I send them off to work and I don't have to deal with them. So I included the interactive and non-interactive version. They are both from different creators, so they will differ slightly. But this daycare career is just a straight transfer from The Sims 3 to The Sims 4. Next up, we have a drag career, which people come in all shapes and sizes from all walks of life. I really wanted to include this drag career because how cool would it be if you were playing with like a little teenage boy or something, he always felt like the outcast, and then he moved to San Myshuno, and then he began the drag career. And I just, again, realism, like there's nothing like this in The Sims 4 yet apart from this mod, so I thought that'd be cool to introduce. The film career, which obviously you work in film. We also have the firefighter career, which again is a conversion from The Sims 3 to The Sims 4, just a straight transfer. This one is not playable. Ghost hunter, again, conversion. Grocery store clerk, conversion. We have a library career, which is not a conversion. This one is its own career. So you can work in a library, you can become a lifeguard, again, another conversion. A mausoleum clerk, which is a part-time conversion. A military career, which this one might be a conversion. I'm not sure because there was two, but one of them had recently been updated and I can't remember which one. But you can join the military, which has been in The Sims since The Sims 1, I think. We have the pharmacist career, a psychologist career, a real estate career so you can sell people houses, a receptionist, which again is a conversion, a slacker career, which is a conversion from The Sims 2 to The Sims 4. I'm not sure if it's strictly 100% a perfect conversion, but with this one's really cool and I want to talk about this one a little bit. You don't really advance in anything. You have to gain skills from quite a lot of things to make it look like you're actually coping at your job without advancing. Like, for example, if you're in the military, it'd obviously be like athletic and logic. This one's a little bit of everything, so people don't know that you're faking it. We've got the ultimate animator career, which I really, really like because it's not just like developer. Which one is it? Tech guru. There's more things than just being a tech guru. So we have the ultimate animator, the ultimate graphic designer career, and last of all, the zookeeper, which I think is fun because again, don't really have anything like this in game. So that is all of the careers I have to show you apart from the daycare career. So the daycare career that we saw, again, it wasn't playable, but there is also a playable version of this career and it is disguised as a social event. It'll come up as babysitter job. So you accept this, a babysitter is required, and you have to pick a child to babysit. So we'll pick Evie Delgado because she's cute. I was going to pick Max Villarreal, but he's a little bit evil, so I don't really want that. And click our house, click accept, and then we have a little skills up here, which is kind of similar to the get to work playable job. So we have to complete these. So if we just come over here and interact with her, we can pick her up and it'll all count as interacting with children. And the more of these you complete, the more money you get at the end of the day. And that's basically it. I don't think that there's any way to be promoted within this. It's just a job, so it's the same thing every day. Same thing that a babysitter kind of is actually. So I'm going to end this. Babysitting job was unsuccessful, so we didn't earn any money. The more tasks you complete, the more money you'll get from it. So now I'm going to be showing you mods that you can actually play in your game that will completely change your experience. So not careers or traits or anything like that, but actually gameplay. So the first thing I am going to show you is the Simda dating app, which we had kind of in The Sims 3. We had a dating profile and I absolutely loved it. I used it all the time, even though the same ugly Sims always came up on it, but this one is kind of the same thing. There's lots of different options. You can look for a specific date, a blind date, female or male blind date, a one night stand. We can enable hookup calls. I think we're just going to go on a male blind date. We have our blind date with the guy from the Friends household, which is cool, but we can go Magnolia Blossom. We can enjoy our time there. And we also have this kiss your date, main goal, socialise with your date, compliment appearance. So that is pretty much the dating app all in one. We don't even know him yet, so I'm going to give him a friendly introduction because it is a blind date, but I could kind of see this working. I could kind of see it. They look kind of cute together. Yeah, I like this. I like this one. So I am just going to cheat quickly. So now we can kiss our date. So that's the big one done. So this is pretty much all full up now. I'm just going to compliment his appearance really quickly. So now that we've got the gold, I'm just going to end the day early. We have a Simda date complete, gold medal earned. Not too sure if we can get anything from it, but that's basically it. That's the whole dating app. I'm going to add him to our household because he is actually kind of necessary for the next mod. I'm just going to quickly shut a wedding arch over here and invite some people because the next mod is the sit down mod, which, oh my good gosh, do we need this mod. So I'm just going to quickly add some chairs and stuff. And it just means that your Sims are more inclined to sit down. So as you can see, Sims are sitting down to watch the wedding. Everything's good. And it's great because you don't want your Sims walking about while you're watching a wedding. But I'm just going to quickly take a screenshot because that is absolutely beautiful. And this also works on teens too, so the teens can go out and have a blind date, which also correlates with what we're going to be doing next. So we're going to have a date at our house with this guy. And again, just to quickly get through things, like this is not a let's play, it's just like a normal thing. So I'm just going to cheat and make our relationship 100 and 100. So this mod actually enables your teen sims to be able to be engaged to each other, and more than just that, your teen sims can also get pregnant. So we're going to propose to him. Oh, he rejected us. I mean, we tried, so at least you know that you can. It also allows for teen pregnancy too, which kind of controversial topic, but it happens, it's real life, so I thought I'd include this with the realistic mods. So the next one that I'm going to be showing you is the au pair service. I can't pronounce this, so if I've got it wrong, I'm sorry, don't hate me. But yeah, you can hire an au pair, which is kind of like a butler, but it's not, it's an au pair. But it's more to look after your children rather than to clean up your household and cook food and everything. It's mainly a nanny, but full time. Then next up is the foster family mod. So you can actually foster children now, which I think is absolutely amazing, and again more realistic, because yeah, you can adopt sims, but you don't always just straight up adopt children. Like, children go through the foster families and stuff like that, so it's more realistic. So we can go over here on the phone to the LMS foster parent network, and we can register as a foster family network. So now that we've registered, we can open it back up and we can check the foster family network for foster kids. And they do have a child in need of a foster family. Are you available to take care of the kid? Yes, I'm coming over right away. And we've brought home a foster child. And it doesn't just have to be children, it can be pets and stuff as well. So once you have your child, you do have to click welcome Vera into new foster family, and this will enable her to live with us temporarily. And we do get paid as well, so we've just got 500 simoleons for looking after her. And if she is adopted after we've brought her in as a foster family, we can ring up the family to check how she's doing, which I think is so cute. And then next up is just a super simple mod. It really is, but I just thought I'd include it because when you design your kids' bedrooms, if you've got a desk there and stuff, you kind of want them to use it. So if you click do homework, your sims will now be more inclined to do it at the desk instead of doing it in the middle of the living room, on the settee, or on the dining room table. They'll go to a desk to do it, which again, small mod, more realistic than it was before. And again, it's just another little small mod, but I think the small mods are just as big as the big mods. So this gives us the ability to train our puppies, which I don't think you could do before. I'm pretty sure you couldn't do before anyway. So we can teach them to sit and everything like that. And there also is a disclaimer, just to let you know, that when you're doing this, the animations might look a little bit weird because obviously puppies are not designed to be trained, so the animations might go a little weird, but we'll have a look, see if they do. So I haven't come across any weird animations as of yet, but we are just teaching it to sit, I'm pretty sure. So it might be the more difficult ones or the more complex ones that might have an issue with, but again, just a little mod, but it's realistic. You can train puppies, like you can. They're a little bit stubborn, but you can. And then another one which I think is definitely important, and I spend a lot of time in the Sims community online and everything, and one complaint that I always see is that Sims don't care enough about death, or they care too much. So this mod is the balanced death mod, which means if your sim barely knows someone, they won't get that bad of a reaction if they die. If they're enemies with them, they're going to get a good reaction when they die. But if it's someone close to you, they're going to get a really bad reaction, because that is something that's always been complained about, that the reaction if someone close to you is dead, it's just not that big of a reaction at all. They're not even bothered, they just get over it. But this is going to really affect them for a long time. So I'm just going to kill this sim. Here she is. Look at the struggle. Wow. Oh, she's out the box. Think outside the box, guys. Yeah, she dead. She definitely dead. Everyone is very sad about it, but this lasts for 6 days, which is more than reasonable. This girl's mum has just died, so she's gonna last for 6 days. Like, the sadness, it's not just gonna be over and done with within a day or anything like that. So that is the balanced death. And obviously we don't have any enemies right now, but if we did have enemies, then we would feel good that they died. And if it was just an acquaintance, someone walking on the street, this girl, this guy, I don't judge. This person, if this person died and we talked to them once, we wouldn't be bothered about it. Lastly, speaking of emotions and how not quite right the Sims emotions are, it brings us on to our last mod, which is true happiness. So I hate it in the Sims how your Sims are just constantly happy. They're always happy. They're never just fine. They're very rarely fine. But what this does is make them fine for a lot of the time. Doesn't mean that they're bad all the time, but it means that if something genuinely happy happens to them, then that will make them genuinely happy instead of happy being the default mood. So if we get rid of this, obviously she was sad that her mum died and everything, like you can tell, she looks it there. But if we get rid of this, she's feeling good from being nicely decorated, new foster family member, and food being pretty tasty. So that's all good things, but she just feels fine about that. She's not like happy about this. So he's genuinely happy, and happy is white, Green is fine, happy is white. So he feels genuinely happy because he's just got engaged. He doesn't just genuinely feel happy because there's a painting on his wall. So this basically just fine-tunes the Sims' emotions and... Excuse me, we adopted you and you do this. Yeah, it just fine-tunes Sims' emotions so they can actually respond to things better. So that is all the mods that I have to show you today. Thank you so much for watching if you watched. If you're not already subscribed, please do. I'd love to see you on this channel. I do have a lot of mod videos, so if you want to see more, my mod playlist will be linked in the description. But I'm going to end it here, so thank you all very, very much. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.